Hello everyone, my name is Harsh Dave. Our group number is 3 and our topic is Venezuela. So today I would like to introduce some history of the Venezuela. The economy of the Venezuela, which is fourth largest economy of the South America, but now it's nowhere. There are 40 of approximately language spoken in utilized in Venezuela, but the official language is Spanish. Land and lots of island and its Caribbean territorial extension, which is 9,16,445 kilometer, and the population was estimated approximately around 28 million in 2019. Consisting of the 23 states, Venezuela is Federal Presidential Republic, and the capital city of the Caracas, and the currency of Venezuela, which is Bolivial. So since 1940 to 1970, the country was the world's largest exporter of petroleum, and the landscape of richness of the plant and wildlife attracts the tourism. But the petroleum of instability has leads to the issue of the no travel policy to this country. So EPIC model have a four-part: economy, political, infrastructure, competence. So the further slide will be explained by the Sohil Beda. Thank you.
Hello sir, my name is Sohil Veda and I will be discussing about the economy of Venezuela. First point is economic output. Venezuela is a renowned country for its largest oil reserves, and it is considered to be the fifth largest oil producing country by OPEC. Second point would be potential for future growth. Third would be ability to attract FDI. Ability to attract FDI usually includes that low global prices have intensified the country's economic crisis, accompanied by corruption and mismanagement of oil producing sectors by the government. In 2017, there was a law passed by the government which embraces and encourages foreign investment into the country. Fourth would be exchange rate stability. The fifth would be consumer price index. And last, I would be discussing about the balance of trade. Venezuela has a favorable balance of trade because of which it enjoys because of which it has been the fourth richest country in South America. There was a surplus balance of 22.73 billion in USD in 2018, which has dropped to the negative side in 2020 by minus 1.53. I would like to recommend Venezuela to pay close attention to the taxes paid. Improving the education system will give an overall boom to increasing literacy, and this will in turn increase the labor participation rate. Exchange stability can improve Venezuela's ranking worldwide and prove beneficial to its own citizens. And transparency in government dealings and financial control in current dealings. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Dhruv Patel and I am going to present the part of politics for Venezuela. According to the study, the Venezuela have highest ranking in ease of doing business in the sector of registering property, and paying the tax was the lowest scoring. Starting the business has around 144 days in Venezuela. Dealing with construction almost have 1 year. Getting electricity is 158 days, and registering property is 38 days. Legal and regular system of Venezuela is very complex. Do not travel advisory by the many countries like US and other so many countries. Drug trafficking, kidnapping, violent crimes are common scenario in Venezuela, and it ranks fourth in the cocaine cases. Political stability is not very good in Venezuela. Like from 1998, Hugo Chavez became the president, and they invest lots of money they have from the oil exports in social programs and literacy rate. When the oil prices decreases, the inflation ratios increase just because of the printing of currency so many in the country. There are some data for intellectual property rights for Venezuela. Their global rank 127 and the regional rank 20. There are some figures of 2020 which shows the intellectual property right, physical property right of Venezuela in years of 2020. There are some recommendations like they have to reduce the complexity in registering property and collection of fees. Need to introduce the laws regarding the corruption and rebuild the new whole legal system which can be helpful to gain the trust of the people of Venezuela towards the government. So here are the 4 recommendations which specially for the part of the politics, and next part will be presented by my one of the colleagues. Thank you so much.
Hello everyone, my name is Shivani Tuli. I am going to present the third aspect of EPIC model, that is infrastructure. In the infrastructure, the first one is transportation. In Venezuela, the condition of transportation system is not good. It does not have a balanced transit system. That is, northern part of country has most of the highways, and in the southern part, that is totally dependent on air and waterways. chief medium of transportation in Venezuela is by highways and by air. In the next slide, it has only 584 kilometers of railway line which is used to transport the freight, and government is looking for the expansion of railway system, and only capital city of Caracas has a subway system. It is estimated that by 2019, 90% of public transportation is not functioning properly due to the lack of funds from government. In the next slide, the figure shows a zigzag trend. This figure is given in rank wise from 0 to 5. In the next slide, next is utility. Most of the Venezuela electricity, that is 70 to 80%, comes from one of the largest hydroelectric dams in the world. The greatest hydro plant is the Guro Dam with 10,200 megawatt of presented limit, which makes it the third greatest hydroelectric plant on earth. Despite this, there are many blackouts that the country is facing because of the lack of maintenance and lack of technical expertise. In 2019, during blackout, there were no water supplies and leaving the hospital and airports in the dark. Many people were also died. In the next slide, there is a telecommunication. This is the third aspect. After the oil industry, telecommunications industry is the fastest growing industry in Venezuela. CAN TV is the oldest internet and telephone service provider in Venezuela and is very popular among country's population. In 2020, Venezuela's capital district, Caracas, was the federal entity with the highest share of households that has access to the internet at 37.4%. In the next slide, there is the infrastructure. With the passage of time, the internet accessibility has increased in Venezuela from the year 1990 to 2019. The number of cellular subscription is decreased about 10 million after 2013 till 2020 in Maduro's government. Lastly, the recommendations. The government should concentrate on the transportation medium, specifically railways within and to the neighborhood nations. Special trainings should be given to the personnel and funds should be raised for power systems so that no more difficulties are faced by residents of the country during blackouts. At last, I would like to say that the condition of infrastructure is not up to the mark. They have all the resources, but they don't know how to use it and how to manage it. Now, one of the group members, Sunny, will present the last aspect of EPIC model, that is competence. Thank you.
Hello all. Today I am going to present competence part of EPIC structure of Venezuela. In the labor department, it is ranked 52 out of 181 country in terms of labor force, and it is continuously decreasing in Maduro government. Because there are main three reasons why Venezuela labor force left the country, because low quality life, lower wages, and high inflation is the main reason. In education wise, Venezuela ranked 59 out of 128 countries, and violence, food shortage, lack of electricity is a basic result because of resulted in empty school. And government spending on education total percentage is decreased to 2000 it was 3.6%, until the 2017 it was only 1.3%. So it is continuously decreasing. So it is said that education wise they are kept decreasing the total percentage of GDP. And logistics department, Venezuela ranked 122nd in logistics performance direction. It is ranked 142 in 160 country in 2018. So it is continuously become poorer in logistics also. Because in Venezuela technology use tool is very slow by leading company, and it doesn't help to reduce cost reduction and quality improvement. In custom department, Venezuela ranked 43 in highest custom duty out of 181 country, and it is said in 1 to 5 scale it is continuously becoming year to year. So in customer security it is becoming poor. Here are some recommendations to improve the competence part. Politicians should aim at improving the internal as well as outer working environment, and government should apply the reduce the violence at working environment, and they should give them the social security, higher wages, and according to their skill. Because government should allocate more funds to education infrastructure as well as well-being of students. And government should understand teachers' pain, because teachers feel undervalued, helpless, demotivated due to less salary, and they should provide them with the decent salary, social security, healthcare, and lifelong opportunity, and healthy and reliable safe working environment. Venezuela facing somehow challenges in every department, every field. So we have given some recommendation to improve, and we believe that by implementing some of the recommendation, Venezuela can make a comeback. And thank you all for listening our presentation, and I hope you enjoyed all. Thank you.